Hey, welcome to this shortwave radio channel. And this is a video made by my new phone, so hopefully it looks good. So I've been playing around, of course, with this Mlite 880. A lot of people like it, and it's kind of interesting. I'm having fun. In some cases, the performance is great. There are a few things that I discovered that aren't so great. One of them is when you go to the menu, and I don't know if you can actually read much of the menu. Maybe we can just make this a little closer. The first item at the top is antenna type. So you have the choice between 50 ohms or high Z. And the big problem is that, so on a telescopic antenna only, and this, if I want to use it portable, IZ is what should be used. This is going to make your receive the receiver is going to be much more sensitive because it matches a telescopic, or if you're using a wire antenna, IZ is what you use because the wires are, not matched antennas. Unfortunately, I get so much FM breakthrough that shortwave is almost unusable. So when I want to get it sensitive on telescopic and turn this on, yep, I could see the sensitivity go up. I could also see all the FM breakthrough that just prevents me from listening to shortwave. So I have to revert back to 50 ohms. And this is a bummer because it kind of limits my use of this radio on a portable scale if I just want to use telescopic. Here in Montreal, I often say it, radio is going to be tough because there's a lot of FM breakthrough, a lot of strong FM stations. So the front end of this radio, when I put in IZ, is incapable of dealing with the strong FM stations I have around. And when you're on 50 ohms and use just a telescopic, well, the radio is kind of deaf, and even on medium wave, it says 0. You'll receive nothing. So that is a negative point. Now, yeah, you can add lengths of wire, you can add a reel-in antenna, you can do things like that, which, can keep it somewhat portable to help increase the signal level. And actually, if you look here, to compensate tonight, I actually have a wire connected to the telescopic right now. And the reason I do is very simple. It's the only way I can get decent enough signals on the bands using this radio as a portable radio. Of course, when you use an external antenna, it's perfect. It works great. But in the case of using it as a portable, this is where it's complicated for me. So it depends where you live, honestly, because I understand that the problem that I have is not a problem that everybody will have. But it could be a problem if you have a lot of FM stations, strong FM stations nearby. And be warned that this could happen. So this is one of the big flaws that, unfortunately, I find it as kind of a big problem because it is a portable SDR, and I will be using a lot of this as a portable radio. So I'll have to compensate with that. But for the rest, of course, playing around with all the different menus, the different options, still cool. It's still cool radio,
Find us on the web at wrn.org.
From Bangkok to Brussels, Adelaide to Anchorage, El Salvador to Edinburgh. Wherever you are in the world, you can hear award-winning feature programs, comprehensive news coverage, and much, much more on the World Radio Network.
So this is with noise reduction, but you can remove the noise reduction if you want. But noise reduction is pretty good, I have to say. One of the top.
I'm William Devons. The United States has delayed a threat to attack Iran's energy.
One of the top features definitely is noise reduction. Everybody talks about that. Noise reduction is definitely quite good right now. But it's not a perfect radio. I'm continuing to test it and check it out. And so if you plan on using this as a medium wave radio, long wave radio just on telescopic, forget it. This radio ain't great there. You have to use an external antenna. I've plugged it in on my GA490. And actually I'll show you a video with that a little later. It's kind of cool because it has its own bias T, so you can power the antenna itself. So on an external antenna, it does become very interesting. And I think this is where it shines when you start using it with a decent external antenna. So more observations. My official review will be coming up probably early next week, as I'm playing a lot with this radio, changing all the settings, playing with all the settings. I've recalibrated single sideband because it was a little off. And this is also something cool. You can actually go in the menu, calibrate the receiver for the single sideband to be as precise as possible on frequency. So more observations to come on this Mlite 880. Hope you enjoy the videos.